Dreams without goals
Come
are
on.
just dreams,
Come on.
and ultimately they fuel disappointment.
Exactly.
On the road to achieving your dreams, you must apply discipline,
Come
but
on.
more importantly, consistency. Because without commitment, you'll never start, but without consistency, you'll never finish.
Automatic redirection. Tired of being tested on the same lesson. Get the money, keep collecting. I expect the best and nothing less. I bet I get it. Automatic redirection. Tired of being tested on the same lesson. Get the money, keep collecting. I expect the best and nothing less. I bet I get it. Hey family, thanks for joining Mantle Motivations podcast again. I am your host, Dominique Bishop. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Last week we did steps 1 through 4. Now we're going to get into the rest of the steps 5, 6, and 7, from dreaming to doing. Faith without work is just talk. Let's jump right on in. Step 5. Step 5 is a big one for me, because everybody don't need to know what you have to do, what you're doing. Step 5 is move in silence and let your actions speak. All right. Like I said before, so many things I'm working on behind the scenes, and you won't hear me announce every goal or drop every single detail. I just want y'all to see it happen. When it's time to celebrate, that's when you know I did something. Certain things you're going to know about, right? I've been talking to y'all, and y'all been on a journey with me, working out, getting in the gym, and it's been helping a lot. You've been on this podcast journey with me, but there's so many other stuff that I'm working on as well that you're not going to necessarily know about it until it's time for me to celebrate it, until it's time for me to crack that bottle of champagne open. And that's how I like it. And that's how it should be. Because you got to be careful, because, you have to protect your thoughts, and you have to protect your dreams, because not everybody's in your corner. And also, not everyone understands or knows your vision. God gave you the vision. God gave you the dream. God gave you the idea, right? He didn't give it to anybody else. He gave it to you. So you have to protect that, because you can go and you get excited, and you're like, oh, I want to tell you about this. I've been thinking about doing such and such, so and so, and I've been thinking about this, and I just sitting there looking at you, and it's like, okay, well, how you gonna get the money for that, or how you gonna do this, or how you gonna do that, or they start asking you all these 1,001 questions. Then next thing you know, you start thinking about all that stuff, and you're like, well, shoot, how am I gonna do that? How is this gonna happen? As if you don't already have a certain amount of self-doubt, and now you adding on somebody else's doubt to your own self-doubt, when you could have just kept your mouth shut, laid your foundation, wrote the plan out, became strategic, started creating a plan, right? And taking those first steps and writing your goals and dates and stuff down. All right. Everybody does not have to hear everything that you're doing. Move in silence, people. Move in silence. Again, they'll see it when it's time to celebrate. Proverbs 17:28 says, even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. It's funny, because you never know what type of person a person is until they start talking, right? You see somebody that's quiet, and then you start talking to them, and then all this crazy stuff start coming out their mouth, and they're like, oh, you should have stayed quiet. Like, you can never tell who is who. You can never tell who's saying and who's not unless somebody starts talking. Move in silence, people. Move in silence. Do you. All right? Everybody don't have to know what you're doing. Everybody don't have to know what you're doing. Move in silence. Do you. All right? Get to work. Number 6. This might be a tough one, but you're going to work on it though. You got this. Being consistent. Discipline. Having discipline. Can you be consistent? Consistency is truly key. Okay? Can you be consistent? Do you have the discipline to continue this work or continue this thing that you want to do? So with me, uh, balancing a full-time job, trying to spend quality time with my wife, showing up for my family and friends, and still carving time out for my own personal goals is not the easiest thing in the world, right? But somehow I'm making it work. It's very possible. Human beings, I can't talk. Human beings are multifaceted, and you are created to do more than one thing. Just be careful and don't get drained. Okay, make sure you take the time to recharge. But with doing all of these things, right? Working a full-time job, making sure I'm spending time with my wife and friends and family, and making sure I'm giving, everybody a piece of me that they need, and being there for them and loving on them and showing up for them. Also, of course, showing up for myself, but also showing up for others. Because we're not just here for ourselves, we're here for other people too. And while chasing my goals and doing things for myself, I had to learn consistency, and I had to have some type of structure in my life. That's why it's important where those goals and those dates and things come in. So if you have a date set for yourself where you say, okay, Fridays at, I don't know, let's say you get off work at 4 and you say Fridays at 5 p.m. I'm going straight to the gym after I get off of work. With doing that, somebody hits you up, hey, we're getting ready to go out after work. You want to go kick it with us? Where's your discipline? Hey, y'all, maybe I'll meet up with y'all later, but I'm getting ready to go to the gym real quick. That's cool. People got to understand boundaries, right? You got to do what you got to do for you, right? So that's when discipline and stuff takes place. When you choose yourself and being disciplined over pleasure, that's a big thing. Do you want to just go hang out and run around a city, kick it with your friends, which is cool, which is fun, and I'm sure it's gonna be a way to also decompress and you spending time with them. But at the same time, you have a goal to lose weight and to stay active. Um, and you dedicated, because you're starting off slow, right? So you dedicated Fridays at 5 p.m. Now, if that's gonna continually be a problem for you, then maybe you should switch the day. And instead of doing it Fridays at 5 p.m., maybe you say, hey, you know what? Let's pick another day during the week to where I don't have to consistently think, do I want to hang out with my friends or do I want to go work out? Because before you know it, if you let your discipline start to slip, hanging out with your friends, of course, is going to be a heck of a lot more appealing than going to the gym and working out by yourself. Or unless you got a workout buddy, what have you. But doing this pleasurable thing over here, it is going to be easy to pick more so than this thing over here that you have to work at, right? A lot of times we get stuck in pleasurable things because pleasurable things bring us instant gratification. And with discipline and consistency, you don't get instant gratification. That's the whole thing about consistency. And doing things to a certain point where you're doing it all the time and you're building blocks. You know how, going back to the foundation of a house, once they start putting the blocks, not the blocks, I'm sorry, the bricks, once they start building the bricks, they're laying the bricks one by one brick on the top of the other. You build your bricks around and then you build your bricks up, right? That's consistency and discipline. Building your bricks, right? It's not necessarily fun, but this process is going to get to you to where you want to be. And before you know it, your whole house will be built. And you'll look around, you're like, man, I did that. Right? All right. So being consistent, having discipline, having structure is key. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I'm going to read that one more time. Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Don't stop. In the words of Michael Jackson, don't stop till you get enough. Keep going, people. Be consistent. All right. So the last step that I want to talk to y'all about is activating your faith, praying and pushing forward. So even with this podcast, even with my book or any moves that I do, I pray. I pray over the process. Lord, lead me and guide me, please. Lead me in the direction that you want me to go. Lead me in a direction that's pleasing to you, right? Whatever it is you believe or however you feel you need to pray, do that. You have a faith walk, do that. So activate that faith. Like I said, I pray over my projects. I pray over my podcast. I pray over this book that I'm preparing. I pray over my moves. I pray over my business plans. And you want to put that prayer uh, into action, because without action, it's just talking. Again, going back to the very beginning, you're just talking, right? It's faith without works, right? So God is not going to do for you what you won't even attempt to do for yourself. And it's funny because I'm the same way. I tell people that I'm not going to do more for anyone else than what they're going to do for themselves. I can't push you harder than you want to be pushed, or that you will allow me to push you. If you're not going to push yourself, why am I going to push you? Now, I give you some tidbits and I help you out. But as soon as I see that I'm working harder towards your dream than you are, I got to fall back. And according to this, that's the same thing that God's doing. If He's already got it set out for you, He's already got it laid out for you, but you're not pushing, you're not focused, you're not disciplined, you're not working on the goals, you're not working on getting better. So why would He continue to bless that you're not doing? You're asking Him, God bless me, God help me, God do this for me, God do this for me, but then you're not even doing the simple steps that you need to do. So I'm a firm believer in that. Um, it goes both ways. Once you make a move, then I'll make a move. I've had myself in a lot of situations like that where, I'm the type of person where I want to see everybody win. I truly do. I want to see everybody win. And I will pour myself into people. I will encourage them. I will lift them up. I will, motivate them. I will pray for them. I will help them out any way, shape, or form that I can within my abilities. But then I see, okay, well, they're not doing their part, and I'm over here trying to push them up a mountain and they just body just limp. Like, do you know how it feels to push dead weight? It's heavy. So you mean to tell me I'm putting more into you than you're putting into yourself and your own goals? All right. I'm sorry. I gotta fall back. I gotta fall back. So with that being said, you guys need to make sure that you're focused. And you need to make sure that you're moving and doing what it is that you need to do. Writing your plans, taking your first steps, right? Having your faith. Keep silent about your plans. Not everybody is there rooting for you. But you don't have nobody else, you know you got God. He's the one who gave you the idea. I mean, it need to get done. Right? So activate that faith by moving and doing. Don't just write it down and then expect stuff to come to fruition. No, you got to put some work behind that faith. You got to put some work behind that thing. You got to get some stuff moving, right? You got to move. In order for God to move, you got to move. In order for you to get Dominique's help, you got to help yourself. Just thought I'd throw that in there. But that's just the type of person I am. Because the more that I'm pouring into you and the more that I'm trying to do for you, the less I'm doing for myself. Especially if I'm pouring into you and you just taking, but you're not doing anything with it. And then you're not pouring back into me, you know, it's a lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation for me. A win-win situation for you because you're getting the backing of having me help you, or you're getting the backing of having God help you. But it's like, okay, when you gonna start doing for yourself? When you gonna start making moves for yourself? And it's so amazing because God has already given us the precepts that we need. There's so many resources that we spoke about earlier, so many things that we can utilize. But I just feel we just get lazy. And I feel that sometimes we allow ourselves to get bombarded or distracted by things of the world or other stuff that's going on. You need to have the blinders on. If you ever seen a horse race, right, like the Kentucky Derby, and you see how the horses are all suited up, they have these things called blinders on, where they can't look right or they can't look left. All they can see is straight ahead, and they have tunnel vision. That's how you need to be about your goals and your discipline. Put your blinders on so you won't be distracted. Somebody trying to come over here to I gotta take care of this. Somebody trying to come this way, I gotta take care of this. I got something to do. You have to be driven. Nobody's gonna be more driven about your goals and your destiny than you. Nobody gonna give it to you. You gotta get it yourself. Gotta get it yourself. Okay, I want to encourage you, and I know that you can get it for yourself. I know you can. You got this. James 2:17 says, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, it is dead. I'm gonna say that one more time. James 2:17, faith by itself, if it is not accommodated by action, or if it is not accompanied by action, it is dead. Let me say that one more time for you. James 2:17. Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, it is dead. So just a reminder, um, pray for clarity. Pray for clarity from God and ask Him to give you direction, to help you make your moves and to direct your path. Right? So I'm done. Those are the 7 steps that I want you to do. So let's do a quick review. First step is write down the vision. Get it out of your head and get it on paper. Second step is create a plan. Utilize your resources, guys. Third step is take the first step. Progress. Your fourth step is set tangible goals and dates. All right, let's make this thing into reality. Your fifth step is move in silence. The sixth step is be consistent, have discipline. And last but definitely not least is activate your faith. Pray and push forward. All right. So I just want to say to you guys, if you want it, move like you want it. All right. If you want it, move like you want it. Stop talking and start planning. Start acting. Start stewarding what God gave you. Okay? You got your resources. You are probably sitting at a laptop right now or on your cell phone watching this video. Use it. They call them smartphones for a reason. Don't let that phone be smarter than you now. Utilize that phone and use it for its resources. All right? Take advantage of these amazing applications that we can put on our phone that helps with organization, that helps with reminding us of dates, that helps with, we got our calendars on our phones, you got notepads to help you to write your stuff down. I get on on my teammates all the time at work when it comes to certain things. I'm like, hey, you can't remember your password? Put that in your notepad on your phone. You can't remember this SOP? Put that in your notepad on your phone. You can't put that in your notepad on your phone. You can't remember when to reset your password? Put it in your calendar. Set a date. Okay, the password lasts for 90 days. At day what, 80? At day 75 or 80, put a reminder in your phone. Change my password on my work computer. Utilize what you have already. Let's stop making things so much harder for ourselves. Utilize what you already have. Make it work for you because that's what it's here for. These applications need to be applied to our lives. And they are created to be customizable to your life and what you need it for. It's like millions upon millions of apps out there for anything you could think of, whatever you need help with. And now that we have AI, Chat GPT, all these other different type of versions of AI, OMG, that has taken the game to the next level. All right. So people, utilize your resources. If you want it, move like you want it. Do what you got to do. All right. So I am here always to encourage you, to pour into you, to assist you in believing in yourself. If nobody's told you, I believe in you. And I believe that you can do anything you put your mind to. Get to work. Start today. We're in the second half of the year, y'all. We already started the third quarter. Let's get it. Let's finish strong. And always remember, your crown may be tilted, but never ever let it fall. Peace and love.